Isn't it amazing how we crave connection, how we're wired for it deep down? But real connection, the kind that nourishes our souls, requires trust. It's like the foundation of a house. Without a strong base, everything built upon it is shaky. Building trust in relationships is crucial for fostering those deep connections we all long for. In this video, we'll explore essential topics to discuss, the building blocks of trust and some to avoid, because protecting that vulnerability is just as important. Think of this as a map to navigate those sometimes choppy waters of connection. Subscribe to the Mind Detective channel for more insights on building trust and deep connections. Don't forget to subscribe to the Mind Detective channel for more insights on building trust and deep connections. Let's start with the foundation, the bedrock of who you are, your values. What matters most to you? Is it honesty, loyalty, creativity, or something else entirely? Sharing these core values with another person is like giving them a peek into your inner compass. It's not about agreeing on everything, of course. It's about respecting the why behind the choices. Defining your non-negotiables and voicing them out loud builds a bridge of understanding. We all carry stories, don't we? Experiences that have shaped who we are, relationships that have left their mark. Sharing our relationship history isn't about dwelling on the negative, it's about recognizing patterns, understanding our own triggers, and celebrating how far we've come. What did those past relationships teach you about yourself? What are the red flags you've learned to recognize? What are the green flags, the qualities that make your heart sing? When we're brave enough to share our stories, it gives others permission to do the same. Do you ever lay awake at night dreaming of the future, the person you want to become, the experiences you want to have? Our aspirations, both big and small, are a reflection of our deepest desires. Sharing these dreams with someone creates a sense of shared purpose. It's about understanding each other's definitions of success and happiness. Openly discussing these aspirations strengthens the bond by creating a shared vision for the future. Chapter 4. The courage to feel. Embracing emotions and vulnerability. We live in a world that often tells us to toughen up, to hide our true emotions behind a mask of composure. Sharing our emotions, the messy, complicated, beautiful tapestry of how we feel, is an act of incredible courage. It's saying, I trust you enough to see me at my most vulnerable. And when someone trusts us with their vulnerability, it's our responsibility to hold it with care, to create a space of empathy and understanding. Remember, vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the birthplace of connection, the fertile ground where trust grows. Chapter 5. Speaking each other's language. Navigating communication styles. We all communicate differently, don't we? Some of us express ourselves through words, carefully crafting sentences to convey our thoughts. Understanding each other's communication styles is like learning a new language. How do you prefer to receive love and support? What makes you feel heard and understood? By understanding each other's communication styles, we can navigate conflicts with empathy and compassion, turning potential arguments into opportunities for growth. Chapter 6. Honoring ourselves, honoring each other. Setting boundaries with love. Boundaries. The word itself can sometimes feel harsh, but in reality, boundaries are an act of self-love, a way of protecting our emotional well-being. They're not about shutting people out. They're about creating healthy, sustainable relationships. Communicating these boundaries clearly with empathy and understanding is essential. Remember, setting boundaries is not selfish. It's an act of self-care that allows us to show up more fully in our relationships. Outro the Trusting Heart, a journey of courage and connection. Building trust takes time and effort. It's a continuous process of showing up, being vulnerable, and choosing to believe in the best of each other. Focusing on open communication, shared values, and mutual respect will help strengthen your relationships. Remember, trust is not a guarantee. It's a choice we make every day, a willingness to believe in the power of connection. Embrace the messy, beautiful journey of building trust and watch your relationships blossom into something truly extraordinary.